Hello, hello. Let's get this party started. So as a little recap for last time, um, we helped find Severin, the one of the rehabilitated pirates who's working Summerford Farms. Um, he got caught up with the wrong crowd. We kind of bailed him out, and all of his colleagues that he sort of, maybe let get kidnapped in trying to dodge his responsibilities. But he's turned a new leaf. He's ready to turn himself in and uh, work on becoming a good citizen of Limsa. So we asked Badrin, the owner of the Adventurers Guild, whose voice holds a lot of weight in the city, to see about giving him a fair shot to rehabilitation sooner than later. Not stick in jail for too long. And we're helping the farms in the local outer city to get some really good fertilizer, which is more dangerous than you think. And we fought a golem that was summoned by a mysterious masked figure with, I think he had a hood up and everything, and Y'shtola showed up. That triggered some weird vision thing again, so we'll see more about that soon. Alright, and then I did some of the Rogue's Quest line. Well, let's get back to MSQ. Oh, I know you do, Soren. All those things. Alright, let us begin. So, we're gonna head to Morbidox. You know what? We can just teleport there. Hello, hello, people filtering in. So glad to have you. Let me switch my self back to an Arcanist. And I'm a little higher level now, so I can actually do the assignment. You have to be, for MSQ, and some other quests, you have to be the minimum level to be able to hand it in. So you'll see that it's now green, but it was red when I was a level 8 rogue. Wait, where am I going? Nobody knows. I should probably clear some of this stuff. I don't need all this. Alright. You have a missive for me from Forge Master Hananza. I assume it pertains to the pending arrival of the materials I order over a moon past. Let's see it then. Blast and botheration. Another delay? I'm well aware of the shortage of skilled artisans, but this is insufferable. My apologies. The messenger does not deserve to bear the brunt of my frustration. Might I have your name? Jace, is it? Well, Jace, this proud maiden you see taking shape before you is the Victory, the first new vessel to grace the docks since the Calamity. We may have lost the bulk of our ships that fateful day, but starting with this beauty, we will restore the Maelstrom's fleet to its former glory. The Victory is more than a simple warship. It is a symbol of Limsa Lumence's rebirth from the wreckage wrought by the coming of the 7th Umbral Era. Thus, we are striving to complete her construction as swiftly as possible, even going so far as to hire veteran shipwrights from outside the Thalaccracy. Yet, even with such unprecedented measures, there are never enough hands to handle the abundance of tasks. Should you choose to linger at the docks for a time, there is no end of odd jobs for hard-working adventurer. Be you fair warned. There is no place for layabouts and troublemakers. Easy. Where in the seven hells is that man? Not once in 12 moons has he been late with a shipment, and now 2 whole turns of the sun without a single word. A shipwright of mine, a young man named, Frilsmid, recently left Candlekeep Quay to, Key. I think it's Key. Thanks, Final Fantasy. How do you pronounce... Key. Yep, it is Key. A concrete, stone, or metal platform lying alongside or projecting into water for loading and unloading ships. I guess I used the word and never thought about how it's spelled. Anyways, recently left Candlekeep Key to retrieve several crates of supplies ordered from Limsa, but has yet to return. I've sent several missives to Halbroda, but his replies are always the same. He does not recall ever seeing the right, nor the supplies he was scheduled to collect. That man knows something, and I severely doubt he is telling me the whole truth. As I cannot leave my post, I would ask you to travel to Candlekeep Key in my stead and inform Halbroda that if he insists on playing these games, I will personally see that he is transferred to Turtleback Island, where he can rot alone in the middle of the sea for eternity. Sheesh. Alright, let's go doubt this guy. So, how are y'all doing? I see people settling in. Jace is off to a good start. A few headaches here and there, some sudden visions, but otherwise not bad. I love the random crystalline impacts scattered across the landscape of Eorzea. It's very, very beautiful, like very, stark, very, stark pieces in the middle of just pretty standard fare, fantasy setting. Does that self-righteous dog, Oprim doubt that I've never told him anything less than the truth? Yeah, in fact, we're gonna doubt. /doubt. Turtleback Island? He can't do that. Can he? I swear on my poor Nana's grave, Navigator, rest her soul. I know naught of Frilsmid and his precious supplies. Hells, we here in the Key have had enough trouble these past few suns. What with sinking of that Luminson cargo ship off the Salt Strand, I haven't the time to take a proper piss, let alone make note of every scrag that wanders in off the grip. Now, the way I see it, if you have time to be standing here questioning my character, then you most certainly have time to get that arse of yours down to the Salt Strand and help us search for survivors of the wreck. Who knows? You may just run across Frilsmid everyone seems so eager to find. Here's to hoping the Navigator hasn't found him first. Alright, let's go find this guy. lo and behold, we found this guy. I am Frilsmid. You say the foreman's wondering on me whereabouts. I thought he might be. But you must know, I cannot show me face in the dry docks until I've righted this terrible wrong I've caused. 2 nights past, I made the trip from dry docks to Candle Key, just as the foreman asked. The seas were right rough, and the captain of the cargo ship was wary of bringing her too close to the cliffs. So I paid a few coins to a fisher to take me out to meet her. By the time we was halfway twixt shore and ship, the swells had risen to nigh on 10 yalms. Yalms, ilms, malms, those are all just going to be imperial measurement of the same starting letter. So yalms is yards. And 'twasn't long before the waves had hold of us. Try as we might to steady the boat, nature's grip was too tight, and we was flung headlong into the Minson gallery. When I awoke, both ships were gone, and the cargo I was to collect lay strewn about the salt strand. I has made every effort to salvage it, but the sands are crawling with Kikirin, and I ain't one with a sword. And now you see why it is I cannot return to the dry docks. Alright, we got you. We don't have a sword either, but... no, don't die. Not attacking me? Yeah. I'm high enough level, I'm cool. Then get a sword, buddy. Hey! They're attacking me! Alright, alright, alright. They're too cute! Ta-da! How am I supposed to attack them? Look at those big eyes. Easy. I forgot my carbuncle gun. Don't worry about it. Man, this stuff is gonna get so much easier when I start remembering to use my carbuncle. Alright. Easy enough. Ah, he won't follow me too long. We'll just keep running. That night, I was tossed in the sea like some doll of rags, and it weren't long before the world around me faded to black as I slipped deeper into the abyss. Below, the navigator wouldn't see me to the gates of the 7 hells, and I woke to find myself washed ashore. And here I've been ever since, waiting for a chance to salvage me master's cargo. The missing parts. I don't know how I can repay you. I'll deliver the supplies right away, but first I must stop at the quay so that I might pay my respects to the widow of the brave fisher who gave his life for a handful of coin. Could you tell Hatbroom that I'll be back at the dry docks by nightfall? Many thanks, adventurer. I will not forget this kindness. Well, here's to hoping the navigator saw that fisherman to safety too. I guess we just leave it at that. Poor guy. I love the little carbuncle. He's so talented. I might not be good at using him, but he's talented and cute. The most important two qualities. I'm relieved to hear that both Frilsmid and the supplies are unharmed. Though it was foolish of him to believe that I would blame him for that which was obviously out of his hands. You see, there was no storm that day, and the seas here adjacent to the dry docks were as calm as a slumbering child. This leads me to believe that the trouble the ships encountered off Candlekeep Quay was of a less natural sort. The sort that the Sahagin have been known to conjure. Jace, while I originally had doubts about your motives, you have repeatedly proven yourself an asset to Naldik and Vimeles. I still do not like you, but that does not mean I do not trust you. Why don't you like me? What did I do? Akinthada, head of the watch here at the dry docks, believes that pirates may be plotting an attack on the Victory, and she requires assistance investigating a group of unsavory individuals making camp nearby. I have recommended you for the task. Despite all elements endured before, during, and following the calamity, the fact that there are still those who would turn their backs on the city-state so that they might line their pockets with a few handful of coins, just the thought of it sickens me. Alright, I guess I'll help you. So mean. Ah, yes. I had a feeling that you'd be the one Aprim sent. Since you first arrived at Morby Dry Docks, I've had my men watch you. Oh, there's no need to get angry. I make it a point to keep an eye on all those who new to the area. It is simply protocol. And you'll be pleased to know that nothing incriminating was found. You appear to be a model citizen. That, and the foreman seems to think of you somewhat highly of you, which I must admit is quite shocking. The man doesn't even trust his own mother. Very well then. I assume Aprim informed you of what your task would entail. The pirates we believe are conspiring to raid the dry docks were last seen making camp near an ancient stone called Mark of Spinner. I would have you approach the men, posing as a lost adventurer, and see if you cannot somehow learn of their intentions. Nango, stationed at the rear gates, can provide you with an exact location of the camp. Jace! Haha, I knew it! No more sardines for Kanango. Tonight I shall dine on the finest salmon on the peninsula. Why? Well, I had a little wager going with some of the other guards on who Aprim would recommend for the next job. My money was on you. Ah, the job. Yes, of course. If you follow the road past the gates to the southeast, you will eventually come to a barren cape with a single large stone half buried in the cliff overlooking the sea. Followers of the 12 say it's a holy place dedicated to Nemea, the spinner. I'd be surprised if the pirates camped up there were aware of that, though. I want some salmon. Guess they won't let me bet myself, though, huh? Hey, you can trust me. Don't worry about it. I'm giving you to the count of 9 to step back on that path and carry your Venturnars back to whatever rock it is you crawled out from under. You see, eyes added up to me ears with your type, roaming the hills like they were yours to roam. It's going to be that a man can I join? It's getting to be that a man cannot enjoy a mug of rum without some shite breath outlander running up to ask which way to the local love meet. 7 L's if I know, I'm a bloody pirate, goddamn. Thal's balls. Once we have me boy back, I'm putting this godforsaken pissile of an island so far behind me, ain't no one will remember I was ever here. Come on, Scrags. We's knives to sharpen. Okay then. I'm just wandering through. Didn't mean to get you up in arms. All right. So the trespassers are indeed pirates, and they are indeed planning something. What is this talk of getting me boy back? Could it be that their target never was the victory? Something is not right, and I won't sit by idly waiting for those pirates to make the first move. I shall order increased patrols immediately. Thank you again for your help, Jace. It appears we were wise to put our trust in you. Ain't no thing. I am concerned, Jace. It appears the pirates I had you investigate are on the move. They creep ever closer to the dry dock, so I must assume they mean to target the Victory herself. That ship is the symbol of everything Limsa strives to become, and I will not allow these base scoundrels to lay a single finger upon her hull. We must apprehend them before they put their plans into motion, and you, Jace, are just the man to do it. Without your capable assistance, I fear the security of the dry docks could not be guaranteed. Not moments ago, my guards submitted reports of suspicious activity in the area. Pray begin your efforts by listening to one of their accounts firsthand. It matters not whom you choose to speak with, but be sure to question either Erwist at the front gate or Gnango at the rear. Any suspect saboteurs you encounter during the course of your investigation are to be interrogated. Report any and all findings directly to me. If events seem like they're happening like really suddenly, like they say, oh, it's been some time since we've last talked, and you literally talked to them a second ago, the pacing of this game used to be a bit slower as, you know, as it had less expansions to get towards, so things have gotten quickened up over the years. It's not too bad, and it cools off pretty quickly after AR. So, but that's why. Hail, adventurer! Glad to have another hand aboard to help shore up security. The gods know our reports would sit on Gunthada's desk, gathering dust if it weren't for the assistance of those such as yourself. Speaking of reports, though, I saw one of those mangy pirates lurking around the cliff near Empty Heart. I'd take a closer look before he has a chance to cover his tracks. Sure thing. But you used to have to do you used to have to do leveling quests to get a few levels, and then we're also between MSQ, and then we're also on a new server that part of their incentive to get players to choose this server specifically is to make it so you gain experience a little faster, a lot faster. Ah, spotted me, did you? Well, you're too late. What's to happen is already happening. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound ideal. Can I jump down here? Nah, okay. It's a different zone. That's okay. We're close enough. Ooh, don't jump off the side while you have aggro. I almost made a mistake. That would have been so embarrassing. Alright. Once the music stops, I no longer have aggro. Huh? Alright. Yeah, I'm fine. That would have been so embarrassing. If you have aggro and you jump off the cliff and you can actually die. Otherwise, you only ever go down to 1 HP and you're fine. Superhero landing ain't got nothing on ya. So, you found one of those pirates, did you? I knew you were the right adventurer to ask for aid. But what could these knaves be planning? What's to happen is already happening? Captain! Trouble at the shipyard! Easy now, soldier. Who did this to you? Pirates. Out of nowhere. Stuck me good. Gods below, we are not prepared for this. Why aren't you prepared for this? You're like ex-pirates. You know, the city is. What? The pirate soldier. How many do they number? Not sure. More than I could quickly count. Seem to be carrying explosives. Explosives, and there's no time to lose. Jace, you heard the situation. Make your way to the shipyard and engage these intruders. I'll see to this man's wounds. Then follow after. Make haste, now! Alright. Defeat the pirates and protect the city. Easy. Nope, not that way though. They're this way. Oh, that didn't finish them off. So I'm just using my rune, just a standard kind of auto attack type thing, and cycling Gem Shine makes it so after a few seconds I'll be able to cast my better Carbuncle, which will improve Gem Shine will be how I use it off of the Aether charge of it. Ah, never reckoned it'd be this easy. Still don't trust those slimy bastards, but their plan worked like a charm. What are you doing, you great bloody fool? Shut your trap, boy. This'll all be over soon. All that's left now is to blow this ugly pile of driftwood into splinters. It's a pretty ship. Don't be mean to it. Why would you do such a thing? Have you any idea how important this ship is? What it represents? And that's what makes it all the sweeter. Whatever it takes to knock some sense into me, treacherous backstabbing son. Imagine, a boy of mine giving up the pirate life to become a shipwright. And building a bleeding maelstrom vessel at that. What under the man's wide green ocean made you take up with these self-righteous shites? You're the one with no bloody sense, don't you see? The pirates had their glory days, but that era is over. I wondered why Atbram never spoke of his father. I never would have thought. This ship's a symbol, all right, of everything what went wrong with the world, and I mean to shatter it into 100,000 pieces. Kimthora, Jace. Pray beat the tar of this bloated sea slug and make sure that no harm comes to the victory. Alright, we're on it. But yeah, I use Aether Charge to charge up my Carbuncle. Like that. And now the charge will be going down here. Oh. Leave him to us. Alright, they want me to take out the one. Who's feeling it? You love defeating pirates. Well, Limsa could use you. We have a lot of pirates in the area to take out. I must be getting old. Letting some green venture get the best of me. There. That's one big bloody ship. Big and nasty looking. You made that, did you? Aw. Who hasn't beaten their father to a bloody pulp because they decided to leave a life of crime? Jace Beleren, friend and enemy both, the pirate kind. Very true. Pirates are an integral part of Limsa's ecology, just above shrimp on the food chain. Pirate infestation calls for Jace, pirate exterminator Beleren. My thanks, Jace. I shudder to think what may have become of the victory without your intervention. The pirates have made a right mess of things. I'd best get to sorting out the docks. And my thoughts could use some sorting out as well. Never did my father have a way of turning my life upside down. Pray convey my thanks, and my apologies to Kimthada. Sure thing. I definitely did not go the fast way. Whoops. That's okay. It's not that big of a town. I mean, I feel like all pirates are friends and enemies of pirates, because all the other pirates are crowding in on the booty that you want. So you gotta take them out. How fair you, Jace. I cannot begin to thank you for the role you played in preventing this madness. You defended more than a simple ship. You saved the budding hope of Limsa from a violent demise. The day was yours. It seems our security regimen will require much in the way of improvement if we are to truly keep the dry dock safe. Atbrim apologizes. Well, I suppose I can understand why he would feel responsible for his father's actions. Of all those involved, this incident was the hardest on him. But, in time, I believe he will come to a single conclusion. The most fitting way of moving past his anguish is to see the victory completed and in the water. And, by the by, same thing. Okay, by the by, the pirates we defeated have been handed over to the Yellowjackets. Raynor's men will be taking over the investigation. Before the Yellowjackets moved in, however, We recovered a most unusual object. Should you have the time to spare, I would ask you another favor. Jace, in light of your role in recent events, there are a few others to whom I would entrust this task. Since last we spoke, a curious missive has been discovered amongst the personal effects of FFXIV, the pirate behind the plot to sabotage the victory. The missive was penned in the most unusual script, a script we believe to be some manner of code. Needless to say, anything which a proven enemy of Limsa Luminsa deems worthy of enciphering is like to be of great interest to the Maelstrom. Unfortunately, none among us can make any sense of the message. In cases such as this, I am told the Yellow Jackets are wont to return to Beleren and his convenient connections. Thus, I would have you to deliver this missive to the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. Into his hand and no other. Do you understand? Sure thing. Just double check. Yeah, they want us there. We're gonna return and save some gil. Although, we've just broken 1,000 gil. We're almost at the point where teleporting ain't no thing. That got stuck. Not the geometry. Alright. Ahoy there, Jace. I've been hearing about your deeds at the dry docks. Atbrim laid out the entire tale for me. Poor Sod was still reeling at his old man's part in the business, but at least he kept the victory from being sunk before she sailed. And for that, I owe you my thanks. You've really made a name for yourself here in Limsa, lad. Folk know that when they need something at doing, you need some at doing? What might that be? You want someone to read a message written funny letters for you, and Kim thought I might know a man as could? Well, let's see it then. I reckon I know a canny bugger what can read this stuff like this. Ugly sod by the name of Beleren. Oh, you know, you're like one of me regulars now, Jace. You've never let me down yet, and Navigator helped me. I reckon I can trust you. Gim thought I was right to want this message deciphered. We've got some trouble brewing here, no mistake. Get ready for action, and I'll explain. Good to have you aboard, lad. Now then, where to start? Back when I was young and nastier, I earned me living as a sellsword. In that business, if you wanted to know what your enemy was up to, you had to learn to read the orders you prized from the cold dead hands of his mates. That's how I came to know how to read your message. Truth be told, the script was only too bloody familiar. Them Sahuagin ladders, lad. And I should know. I've gutted more fishback messengers than I can count. It gets worse, though. The plan to blow up the victory is all in here, right down to the fine details. Looks like they meant to raise 8 kinds of L in western Lenosia, and the Maelstrom's new flagship in the confusion. The point being, the attack and the victory weren't the act of a few rebellious pirates. It was a key part of some canny bastard's grand plan. But if I'm reading this right, the attack itself came much too early. I'll wager they panicked when they saw you was onto him, rushed in to do the job, and buggered it up. Them tattoo-faced bastards, as they say, was paying Atbrim's old man. They're with the Serpent Reavers, right? But none of their crew was there, was they? Did they have some better to do, or what? Yeah, face tattooed bastards. Who would ever, associate with those fellows? 7 L's. I've got it all backwards. That mess at the victory. That was meant to be the bloody distraction. The fishbacks ain't interested in Maelstrom's baby. They're after men. Not like they've always been. Just like they've always been. They're sending their pirate lackeys after a civilian target. This bit about raising L in western Lenosia, that's where it'll be. Something tells me Swiftperch is about to get it and get it hard. To be able to write with a quill at that angle, with that little support, talk about, like, god-tier talent. Here's a rough translation of the message. Take it to Commodore Rayner at the Coral Tower and tell him he's in for a busy day. Oh, and give him a hand, eh? You can be damn sure he'll need one. Alright. Oh, not the end. Close. Marauders Guild. Okay, Swallow. I just love this guy who's like slunched forward, like, sorry. Slouched forward, all pathetic, like while everyone else is just kind of cash. Yes, hi, Rainer. Ah, you must be the adventurer whose name seems to be on everyone's lips. You are to be commended for your part in thwarting the plot to destroy the victory. Now, what can I do for this day? You bear an urgent message from Beleren. Why do I get the feeling that my hopes for a quiet evening are about to be cruelly dashed? Tell me, what is afoot? The game, obviously. An assault on Swiftperch. But we've seen nothing to suggest the Serpent Reavers are massing for an attack. Even so, it would be foolish to discount the possibility. Beleren is rarely wrong about such matters. I will marshal the Yellow Jackets to battle immediately. The only question is where to send them. While I concur with Beleren's assessment that the attack on the dry docks was intended as a diversion, Swiftperch is but one of several possible targets for the main thrust. Commodore, sir! Report. It is the Sahuagin, sir. They've mounted a large-scale assault on the South Tide Gate and threatened to overwhelm our defenses within the day. The garrison requests immediate reinforcements. By the Navigator, it seems my decision has been made for me. Muster the troops and give the order to march. Aye, the Serpent Reavers are in league with the Sahuagin, which means there is every chance this assault on Tidegate may yet prove to be another feint. The fact remains, however, we can ill afford to ignore it, and that leaves Swiftperch vulnerable to those pirate traders. It is times such as these I wish the warriors of light yet walked among us, but wishes will avail us not. Beleren, you must serve in their absence. Make for the Swiftperch with all haste, and lend your strength to the squads that I can spare for the settlement's defense. Yes. I'll have to make do in place of a warrior of light. Commodore Raynor sent word that we'd be getting reinforcements, but I didn't expect him to send you. You certainly look like you've seen your share of action, though. You bear little resemblance to the wide-eyed whelp I met fresh off the ferry. In any case, do you know what you're fighting here? This place, Swiftperch. It was rebuilt by folk who stood strong in the face of every hardship the calamity threw their way. And we're not about to let some fish-fancying scum claim the honor of being the ones who finally broke their spirits. Don't give those pirate bastards one bloody ill. You hear me? Aye, aye. Here they come! Here now, I thought all them yellow jacket worms was meant to be busy. I used to Scrag ain't followed the plan, has he? Now what? Pull back and wait for the Sahuagin brothers? Piss on that, we ain't turning back empty-handed. Remember, no killing the small folk, or it'll be your blood what stains Lord Leviathan's altars. The Yellowbellies can butcher at will. Them dirt-eating slugs will be crushed under the full might of the Serpent Reavers. Seems Swiftperch was the main target after all, eh? Squads 1 and 2 protect the townsfolk. Squad 3, you're our rear guard. The rest of you, we meet their charge where we stand. Let us bear the Commodore word of our victory, one or no word at all. Verlimsa Laminsa! I'll gut you, yellow bellies, and dance on your gizzards. Take out the white mage. Never let the healer survive. Target dies before you finish casting your spell, you don't finish the cast. Kind of unfortunate, but at least it doesn't waste your charge. Bye. Well fought. The Reavers are beaten and scattered. I'll take some men and hunt down the stragglers. Oh, but there may be more of them lurking about, so don't let your guard down just yet. Oh, hey. That guy. The source of his strength becomes clear. You may have bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day. Ah, he sent me the Shadow Realm. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. I'm sure he's friendly. Your very beginning imperils the plan. Your very being imperils the plan. You cannot be suffered to live. Rude. What a hell. Wahaha, writhe as the venom eats its way through your veins. Whence springs his preternatural might? A fearsome opponent, against whom you shall not stand alone. She's a conjurer, so she uses her magic to protect me. No mortal should possess such strength. His power wanes, afford him no chance to recover. Ugh, that the wisdom of the paragons should be brought low by mere mortals. Paragons, did he say? Then it is as I feared. They are known as the Bringers of Chaos, or Asians, to give them their proper name. It would seem our suspicions were correct. It is they who have been manipulating the beast tribes. Pardon? You would know if we Sharlians have encountered Asians before. I have never spoken to you of my homeland. How did you know whence I hail? Wait, I do begin to see. You've been blessed with a special gift. Are you alright, lad? If I'd known a mean bugger like that was hiding in the bushes, I would have left a squad or 6 to keep you company. Well, at least now we can call this kidnapping investigation to a close. Those reavers were the ones spiriting folk away in the dead of night, and this bastard here was pulling all the strings. A trifle simplistic, but not inaccurate. I came as soon as I sensed his presence, but I never thought to find such a scene of carnage. Yet we prevailed, and thanks to heroic actions, I have learned much. Aye, heroic is the word. I don't want to think about what would have happened if you hadn't been here, friend. And your assistance is much appreciated too, Lady Erstola. Please give our regards to the Scions. I am glad to have played a role in the bringing of what I hope is an end to this disturbing spate of abductions. The thread of your fate forms a part of a most intriguing tapestry. Mayhap we will be afforded the chance to speak more in the near future. For now, however, you must see this particular tale to its conclusion. Pray send my greetings to Commodore Rayner. That looks completely trustworthy, and I think we should touch it. Pick it up and hold on to it forevermore. Damn. Back to the Marauders Guild. Beleren, eagerly have awaited your return. Word of your exploits is already spreading through the ranks. My troops and I owe you a great debt of gratitude for your timely assistance. You've shown yourself to be possessed of a sure arm, a strong spirit, and sound judgment. Would that Limsa had more of your like. I have little doubt that you shall one day join the ranks of Eorzea's greatest adventurers. It is but a matter of time. Clearly Baydred's eyes for potential remains as sharp as ever, though I doubt even he imagined you'd be capable of such feats. Might you favor me with your own account of the day's events? Such victories bear retelling. Your Stola has been working with us for quite some time, you see, and she was only too willing to assist the Yellowjackets in the kidnapping investigation, proving herself a stalwart ally of Limsa yet again. Needless to say, after your part in thwarting the attempted sabotage of the victory, the small matter of your deeds at Swiftport, you too have proven yourself a valued friend of the Thalassocracy. The Thalassocracy. Bleh. You know, common word used in your day-to-day speech. Admiral! May I present to you Admiral Blofisson?
So, this is the adventurer I've been reading about in the field reports. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa. On behalf of my people, I bid you thanks for the deeds you have done this day. A token of our gratitude. What worth is high regard without just reward, after all? Ha! Since you first set foot in our city, my good friend Beleren and Commodore Rayner have taken turns at regaling me with tales of your exploits. Safe to say, they left an impression. Join me at the coming banquet. A seat of honor at the celebratory feast is the least I can offer the man who foiled the Sahagin.
Oh! A seat at the feast!
Oh, and don't be late. Your fellow guests will be eager to take the measure of their newest hero, and some do not take kindly to being kept waiting. Till then, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
She is so cool. I'm not sure you understand just how unusual it is for the Admiral to invite an adventurer to a state banquet. It is a highly coveted honor. Why, even the officers under her direct command are rarely afforded such recognition. But I will not deny you have earned it. Many of the tasks you have performed in service to the thalassocracy have been both difficult and dangerous. This is a reward for all your efforts, a nod to your many achievements, both large and small. Has the enormity of this moment yet to sink in? Perchance you'll realize its significance when you stand before the assembled dignitaries of Lunsa Luminsa. And now that I've imagined the scene, I realize you will require attire suitable for the occasion. I suggest you visit the wench and see what Beleren can arrange. He is surprisingly knowledgeable about such things. Friend request from Obobzino Nickenzino Nickzino Obnixilus. Hello. Except, who would be such a guy? I wonder who. Hello, Trisk. Now that I have a friend, I can pull in a trusted ally for when I meet my first dungeon, which is coming up soon. If any of you other folks wish to join me on this journey, I would love to play alongside. I should drop the look that I used specifically for Jace, so that someone could like make a Jace copy. We could like name it something about being an illusion. It'd be fun to walk around with a double. Maybe you could make it so you have pale blue skin and like, you know, dark blue hair. Beleren, my good friend. Well, well, if it isn't Merlvib's guest of honor. Obnobbing with the eye and mighty now, is it? I tell you, lad, I damn near snorted ale out me nose when I heard the news. You've come a long bloody way, you have, and that's the truth. Well, one thing's for sure. You'll not want for decent grub. These banquets are catered by the bleedin' Bismarck, no less. 'Tis a grand chance to fill your belly with burstin', with fine, and more importantly, free food. Well, we can't have you turning up in shite-caked venturing gear. No, the hero of the hour needs to have a touch of refinement about him. If only to stop folk complaining when he stuffs his face with cake. Take yourself over to the Octant and speak to Genessim the Bruguer Consortium. She'll furnish you with some gentlemanly to wear. I've already had a word with her, so all you need to do is pick up the goods and bring them back here so Isaac can tell you what's what. Good morning, sir. I assume you're the underdressed gentleman Beleren mentioned? I see he was not exaggerating. I've chosen these especially for your debut in polite society. Fear not, I'm certain you will absolutely adore them. Rude. I come back saving the pride and glory of the future of the Thalassocracy's naval force, and you're a little upset by my smell. Come on, let me take a shower first and then complain about something, I'm sure. Been to see Genessim, have we? Let's have that box then. Here we go, a nice pair of dress shoes for you. Abluck might have much else to his name, but so long as he's got a decent pair of shoes on his feet, there ain't nowhere he can't go. Think of him as a gift from me to all the other folk you've done right by along the way. Aye, 'tis a very moving gesture, I know. Just don't go welling up on me, eh? Wouldn't do for Limsa's new hero to turn to the banquet soaked in his own tears' snot. Any road. There's your garb sorted. I just need to settle your nerves. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll tell you where you're meant to go. He has no style, he has no grace. This world is a guy named Jace. Rude! Well, now I've got good shoes. See? They're like little pilgrim shoes, it's fine. I've got buckles, they're fancy. You ready then, are you? Good. The banquet'll be starting soon. If you'd waited any longer, I'd considered it my civic duty to hit you over the head and drag you there. Now, make sure you're wearing them fancy shoes when you turn up, alright? Carrying them won't do no good. They're meant to make you look like a gentleman, remember? Not a gentleman's bleeding lackey. As for directions, the feast's being held on the bridge, in the Admiral's briefing room. Speak to Xanthael in the bulwark hall, and he'll show you the way. Just keep that ed-eld eye, lad. After everything you've done for Limsa, you've good reason to be proud. And don't let no Ivorn bugger tell you different. Dress shoes. Fancy dress shoes. An adventurer wearing fancy dress shoes. Oh! Now those are some fancy dress shoes! Come, adventurer, I'll show you to the briefing room. Oh. Oh my science. That guy.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, join me now in honoring this man for his services to our great nation. May the navigator guide and protect him on his journey, till sea swallows all. These pirates you encountered with the tattooed faces, they call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen who have pledged themselves body and soul to the primal Leviathan. From what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path. I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us and the Sahagin. How any seaman worth his salt could devote himself to the fishback's god is a question for a more temperate mind than mine. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives, safe in the knowledge that they will not be dragged into the darkness by those execrable curs.
Such an extraordinary glow. This is one of the crystals of light.
By the Navigator.
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not? Of a towering crystal. You bathed in her light.
Y'shtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power. This being from your vision, was the Mother Crystal. Your description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations, as once did the deeds of the Warriors of Light. Know you the tale? Like you, they were not of these lands, yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption of the Primals. When the Garlean Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped reforge the Eorzean alliance. And at the Battle of Cartano, they took the field beneath our banners to fight for everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that we lost them. Every soul who survived that battle will never forget how it was to fight beside them. We are proud to call them our comrades. Yet whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light. Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them. Keep that crystal safe. In time, I believe the Mother Crystal will make clear her reasons for bestowing it upon you. Heed well her words, adventurer, for it is Hydaelyn herself who speaks.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold! Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it costs them their lives.
The Yellow Serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the White Wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Succor is one of those words you'll hear a lot of in this game. Just meaning respite and providing you fortitude
Is aught amiss?
to go on.
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. God preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
God damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me! Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir!
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
Kasbamul, Sogini Muese Donzul. Logalo, Asawad Deken Bet Mubut. Imarat way, Kiskatoga Hats Wadadorns. Sis Nigem, Fisdun the only Lamrai Sadai Dorn.
The juxtaposition of the end rooms like chiming doo doo doo. Oh, don't want to skip through that. Morning, sunshine. All a bit much for you, eh? Was it? What happened? Ah, you don't remember then. You keeled over in the middle of the banquet and caused a right stir. I had to carry you back to the wench myself. Well, I say carry, 'twas more of a matter of dragging and rolling. Too much cake, I reckon. Any road, don't fret. 'Tis little wonder you's exhausted after everything you've been through lately. Your little nap seems to put the color back in your cheeks, though, so I'll leave you to it. Bugger, I almost forgot. The Admiral wants to have a word with you. When you feel up to it, talk to Xanthril and he'll let you into the command room. Oh, and stay awake, eh? I'm told old Merlvib was in the middle of telling you a story when you started snoring last time, and I doubt she'd look kindly on you if you repeated the trick. Whoops. No victor, then how will we League of Legends? Oh, so true, bestie. And welcome, Diced. I saw your message. I just didn't want to interrupt Merlvib. Greetings, Jace. Admiral Bluefson waits you in the command room. Shall I announce you? Ah, Jace, it is good to see you on your feet again. You are recovered. Then let us waste no time. I have a task that needs doing, one I would entrust to no other. The duty I have in mind for you requires some explanation. I do hope you have not made other plans. To business, then. I've penned a letter to each of my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Carteneau and the calamity that followed claimed countless lives. It has been 5 years since those of us who were spared dragged ourselves from the ashes to look upon an Eorzea we scarcely knew. 5 years, and yet the people still suffer. Their lives are fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light who might once have given them hope are gone. Yet we must press on regardless. We will never truly do so, however, till we've faced our past. To that end, I am proposing that a memorial service be held in each of the city-states on the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Carteneau. These letters contain the details of said proposal, and I would have you deliver them to our allies as my personal envoy. You've proven yourself a staunch and able ally to Limsa, but that is not my only reason for choosing you. No. I choose you because you possess a quality which puts me in mind of history's champions, a quality I feared lost. Say that you will perform this duty. I knew you would not disappoint me. This task shall take you far from the borders of our nation, to the city-states of Gridania and Ul'dah. A grueling journey, to be sure, were you to travel by sea and land. But I mean to have you take to the skies. An airship pass to be used at your discretion. Airships bound for the nations of our allies leave from the landing connected to the bridge. But before you depart, I suggest you trouble Beleren for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destinations. The old bastard is nothing if not well-traveled. 'Tis a pity I cannot issue such passes with a freer hand, as I did in more peaceful times, when berths were not so limited. But in these times of war, every craft we commit to the clouds risks drawing the eye of the Empire, and every voyage must needs be born of necessity. Lest you doubt, I consider your place well deserved. Nor am I alone in that opinion. There were other parties who would see you granted the privilege of air travel. Aye, Jace, Your deeds do not go unnoticed. Full many see great promise in you, but I have flattered you enough. On behalf of Limsa Lominsa and her people, I bid you go forth, adventurer. Discover the realm for which so many have fought and died. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. Only by braving the unknown will you achieve the greatness of which you are surely capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. All the carbuncles! Homesy hi, it's a little party! Back from your meeting with the Admiral, are you? Personal bleeding envoy? So you'll be carrying the word of the Admiral herself to the leaders of the Alliance. Bugger me, I knew you was going up in the world, but I didn't realize you got that bloody eye. I'm proud of you, lad. Thinking how far we've come. Why, 'tis enough to bring it dear to me eye. And that ain't the ale talking neither. Well, not just the ale, at any rate. Bless the Navigator for steering ye my way. Course, this is only the start. Now you've got your hands on an airship pass, the whole of Eorzea is laid out before you, like a fair maid on a feather bed. Wow, that... Nope. Better and stop. And she's a big girl too, with plenty of enticing nooks and crannies. Okay. If you think us Lominsons are characters, just wait till you cross paths with the grim forest dwellers of Gridania, or the trade coins with the crafty merchants of Ul'dah. And there's this, and then there's the wild places of the beasties rule, and no bugger with an ounce of sense sets foot. But you're an adventurer, so I wouldn't let a little thing like that hold you back. Course, it ain't all exploring and excitement. There's a heap of troubles what plagues every nation, see? T'ain't just ours. I'm talking intrigue and infighting, beastmen and the goddamn primals. Aye, there's an ugly side of life, and sooner or later, you're bound to walk into it. But I'll wager there's bugger all for the out there that you can't handle. So Matt tells me you're gonna be just fine. The realm's at it rough, 'tis true, but folk are beginning to recover from the beating the Calamity dealt 'em. Call me a hopeless optimist, but it won't take much to turn things around. 'Tis the perfect time for a adventurer like yourself to get out there and make a difference. Well, what are you waiting for? That guy. Alright, let's go to the airship landing. Well, actually, we're getting pretty late. This is gonna be, a big kick into the next leg of the journey. So, maybe we call it there. We can... oh, I did the same thing again. Talk to him instead. They're so close. We'll go to the airship landing. We'll show you around. Yeah, you can't see much out there, but you can see your little ship. I think we will call it here for the day. We're gonna call it a little early. We went a little late last time, so we'll call it a little early here. Because we're about to meet the other two city-states, which is exciting. I can't wait to show you. Gridania is good. I do love the elves in the forest. They're cool. But Ul'dah is my favorite. So we'll get to both soon. thank you everyone for joining, and may you walk in the light of the crystal. Have a good one, everyone.